Hello everybody, and welcome to Re Albi, Sandi.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us for another week of Animal Crossing gossip. It's week 7. Can you believe it's week 7?
I can't. And it's nearly Christmas. I love your little setup here. It's very festive up here.
Good, I'm glad you like it. I've been collecting as many DIYs as I can, popping as many balloons as I can, and getting lots of things made for me by friends. So I'm well in the Christmas spirit. It's been great fun.
Yeah, it's looking great. I have had no recipe. Well, I'm telling you, I have had 2 recipes. Festive recipes. I've not had much luck. I've not much playtime, but you've offered to make some, and I think everyone else is making everything for everyone, because I think everyone wants to decorate and they're not getting the recipes as fast as they want to decorate, which is nice. So
we should have a big crafting party.
Yes, definitely. I need loads of stuff crafted. Although it's been easy to get the mats, I must say. I think
the materials.
I think the pine cones and the acorns last update was quite hard. Well, it was quite a long process to get them, I think, with collecting so many branches as well. But the ornaments seem to just be falling off the trees, just like Isabel said.
Yeah.
And the trees do look lovely.
Yeah, the trees look lovely. I think I've had some really good luck with the DIYs, maybe to make up for the terrible luck I had trying to get the autumn ones. But when I played yesterday, I've had a couple of mornings where I've played quite early, and yesterday I got 5 recipes from balloons.
Oh, nice.
So I'm happy to craft for everybody if we have a little get together and people bring the materials.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I love this cute little tree. That size tree is so sweet, and in its little wooden box I think it's lovely.
Yeah, I think that is just quite perfect. I'm looking forward to having that recipe, because I'd like to put them outside the villagers' gardens. I think they're just nice.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like I did with the pumpkins, because it isn't too big. I like the big one, but I wouldn't have them everywhere, but that one's just quite nice to have dotted around the place. It's quite similar to the fall tree.
Yeah.
Obviously more Christmassy, because I quite like that size as well. So be looking forward to decorating with them.
We put up our tree in real life this morning.
Do you know what? I had put my Christmas tree up last week, and it's just got lights on it. I've not put the ornaments on it yet.
We've only got lights on it, but that's because I can't find the box of ornaments anywhere. So that might be a job for later today.
Yeah, I think I've got more into the festive spirit in Animal Crossing than I have in real life. I think it'll be a lot easier to take the decorations down in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's been like that for me for all of the seasonal things that have happened. Like, I'm not really big into Halloween or fireworks, things like that, but seeing them through the eyes of the villagers and sharing them all with you guys has just really kind of brought them to life.
Yeah, my villagers are getting into they keep making me hints about exchanging gifts and toy days and things. They keep making me comments about that.
Do they? Have they asked? Has anyone asked for anything specific yet?
No, I think the only one I can remember the specific conversation was the one Robin had, because it kind of went a bit dark. She just said that she had a bad experience on Toy Day, and she just hopes to make happy new memories by exchanging gifts with pretty wrapping on Toy Day.
Oh no! Oh, so, well, she'll have a great time this year.
I'll make sure I give her extra. She's one of your favourites. Yeah, well, I'm saying she's my favourite. I just want her photo. Like, it's getting on now, and she's still not giving me my photo. And I said to you last week that I gave her a new catchphrase, and I am the worst giver of catchphrases or greetings ever, because it is just totally annoying me. Every time I speak to her, she's like, "Here's my photo." I was like,
Well, why don't you tell Isabel to change it back?
Oh yeah, I can. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think I will need to speak to Isabel, because it just is annoying me every time I speak to her. I think she's giving me her photo, even though it's not.
Robin was your favourite for ages.
Yeah, she is cute, and you know what, she is still. I still do like her. She was having a conversation with, I think it was Octavian. Yeah, I think she was trying to tell him that he scares people off a bit, and then she brought me into the conversation. I was like, yeah, you do sound a bit scary, and then he just went mad, and his wee puffy steam coming out his head, and he did look scary at that point, and she's just been sarcastic and saying, oh, whatever made me think that you sounded scary. And then she just gave me like an eye look, and I just love it. I love her sarcastic personality. That's just me. And she also, what was it? She had a thought bubble on her head the other day, and I think, oh my goodness, she's going to ask to leave. I said, do I let her leave? So I've asked her, but she never actually asked for anything. She never gave me anything. She just says that she was trying to remember, or she couldn't remember what she was to remember, or she couldn't remember the thing that she needed to think about. It was just weird. And then she just called herself a silly bird and then just walked off.
Oh, how's Octavian settling in?
Yep, he's been doing some zoomies. It's been quite nice to see the wee crankies doing the zoomie. I don't think I've got any videos of him, to be honest, though, doing it. But he's been fine. Yeah, I've not seen him much out in the plaza. I think it was round near his house. He's quite near the beach. And he was just doing it round there. I've not seen him in the plaza, so I don't know what else he does. He's either been in the house or he's been crafting quite a bit. Not anything good, but and doing zoomies. But I do have a new villager who's new. Oh, no, I don't actually. She's not moved in yet. She'll be moving in tomorrow. So I had the campsite villager yesterday. I've visited, and they've asked Bertha to leave, and I've had Bertha for quite a while. She came for a friend's void. So it was time to say goodbye to Bertha. So Rocket will be here tomorrow.
Rocket?
Yes.
She's the pink gorilla?
Yes.
Amazing.
So she's not everyone's choice. I think everybody would have probably
great.
passed her off, but if she came to their campsite, but I think she looks great, and I think she'll be welcomed onto the island with other villagers. So I've not got a sisterly at the minute, so it was just ideal for another personality to join.
Perfect. Lolly's moved in now, and she's been settling in really well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were telling us last week. How is her house? How does her house look? Because I haven't visited her yet.
Her house is lovely. Yeah, it's really nice. It's very simple. It's got a really chic little kitchen. She was telling me that she is into making pear cake. I think she said pear cake and milk is one of her favourite things.
Pear cake and milk. Definitely belongs on your island.
She does, yeah.
I'll need to go and say hello after we finish.
Barold asked to leave again.
Oh.
Might be time. He's asked a couple of times now. And Graham too. Might be time to let them both leave.
Oh no.
I just find it so hard to let them go. Like, at the moment I've got loads of really cool villagers that I get on really well with, and I don't know how you can just let them go so easily.
I think it would be quite hard to. I think if you lose one of them, you're just going to have to get rid of the other one, because maybe for me, I think they would just remind me of each other, and that would make me sad.
They do, and they're such a good pair, and obviously they've got their little housing estate, their little projects going on. But Barold said he wanted to go and try all the snacks around the world. I said no, but it might be time. If I don't let them go, then I just have an island full of villagers that I don't want to leave, but still hundreds of villagers that I would like to meet.
Yeah. Although I don't think you would. I think somebody would probably take Barold off you.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think he's become a wee mascot almost. I know there's another couple of people that do have him in the Discord, but yeah, I think somebody would take him off you for you, and you might get him back one day.
He's not so popular out in the wider world, though.
No, he's not. But...
And taking villagers from other islands is tricky in terms of timing, isn't it?
Well, definitely. I think if you've got to be somebody that's got to be willing to do a bit of time travelling to kind of line up with each other.
Yeah, it's very tricky sometimes. I've seen a lot of people that we know offering great villagers, but I've never have a free space for them on exactly the right day.
Yeah, I know people say, oh, they've got their amiibo, so they'll amiibo them back if they get rid of them, but I don't know if I would have them back as an amiibo, because I think you've just kind of built up that relationship with them. I know it sounds silly, but...
No, I know what you mean.
Because even if I've got Tabby still, and I think Rocket did, I think that was one of the first people she asked for me to swap with, and I was like, nope, not Tabby. Although I keep saying I'm going to let her go one day, it just hasn't happened yet. But even if I had her amiibo, I don't think I would bring her back.
No, I had Biskit and Shari from really early on, and they both had their basic houses when I first had them. And I have the same Biskit and Shari now. Friends of mine like babysat them, so they moved out, went to stay on another island, and then moved back again, which means they have their full proper houses. But it's also the same Biskit and the same Shari, if you like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's nice. That would be quite good that you've got somebody to do that with.
Yeah. It kind of felt important that it was the same. Your friendship level stays the same and they remember you. And that felt kind of important with them. And they're still here now. I don't think I can let those two go. But then the more you get to know them, the harder it gets to let any of them go.
Oh yeah, I think even the people that you probably didn't want in your island, especially if you let people come in for the void, villagers come in for the void, but they do it, they'll grow on you.
And there are so many great ones still to see though.
Yep, definitely. I think I've just got let Bear go, but I've only got 2 photos of my other villagers, so I need to get gift givens just so I can have more options to swap people out when they do ask to leave, or if I get new camp type villagers.
Talking of gift giving, Poppy told me that she's already bought my Toy Day present.
Oh, did she tell you, or did she keep me a surprise?
She just said that she's already got mine wrapped and ready, but she doesn't know what she's getting anybody else yet.
Oh, that's nice. Have you had anybody ask for specific? I know you asked me earlier.
No, I've had quite a few of them hinting that they're excited for Toy Day and they're looking forward to getting presents, but nobody's mentioned what they might like. Do you think they'll drop hints about what they want? Oh, if only I could have a radio-controlled helicopter, that would be brilliant.
Oh, that would be helpful. Well, hopefully they do give you little hints.
They have favourite colours, don't they?
Yeah.
I think that was more obvious in previous games. Did they have like colour schemes in their houses in the previous games?
Some of them did, but I think I looked more at what they wore. Original outfit. But I think I usually just look online in some of the guides and it'll tell you what their favourite colours are. Sometimes some of them have 2.
And they liked different types of furniture and things, didn't they? There were sets in New Leaf, and the villagers had a set that they were particularly into, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, and that was the same with the clothing as well, though.
Right.
Because some of them like casual, some of them like cute and things like that. But I don't know. I've not really paid attention that much to the type of clothes. It's just usually the colours I go for and what kind of things I would think they'll look better in.
Yeah. I gifted a paw print door plate to Biskit last week, and he said he really loved it and said that he particularly loved the colour. I mean, the colour's I think it's just wood, but I gave a jumper to another villager, and again they mentioned the colour, and that's the first time I've seen them really have a joyful reaction about getting a gift, because I normally gift things like fruit. I wasn't sure if it's quite common for them to have that joyful reaction, or whether I'd just accidentally given them a colour that they really love. Perhaps on Toy Day it's going to be more about giving a colour that they like.
Yeah, and I think with the toys there is quite a variation of different of the toys. So you've got more options to give them. That'd be quite good. I'm going to need to start ordering stuff in, or I'm going to need to steal them from Santa's workshop.
Well, that's what they're being made in Santa's workshop for.
Yeah, and I suppose I won't really need them after Christmas anyway, so I might as well.
Hang on, I hope the villagers haven't been poking around in Santa's workshop.
Well, I caught Bertha up there the other day. This was before she got to move, and she had her little mum's apron on that she had when she arrived in my island, and she looked kind of like as if she was working there just because she had that little apron on. I just took a wee picture of that. But yeah, I think she's the only other person that's been up right in there. Bertha. Yeah, we miss Bertha. She was just lovely. Oh, that's what she is, just sweet. Although when you were saying about the joyful little reaction, I noticed Fauna, she was looking at the Christmas tree outside the resident services. You know, that way that they look at sometimes they look at flowers, or they're just looking at something that seems to interest them, like furniture. And then she was looking at it, and then she started doing the little gleeful, where they're kind of singing. So she was doing that in front of the tree, so it looked like she was like singing to the tree.
Oh.
And then the next second she just switched to her yodel jumper that I gave her last week, as if she realised, Christmas tree's up, it's cold, I should be wearing winter clothes, because she had her little sleeveless dress on again. I don't know what that's up with that. I wish they would wear more wintery clothes. I think I shared a picture of Robin. She had like a sun hat on, sunglasses, and a sleeveless dress on the other day. Like, come on, it's snowing outside. Yeah. Well, it wasn't actually snowing, but there's snow on the ground. It's cold. Dress properly.
How's your snow boy making?
Oh yeah, I've been quite lucky with the snow boys. Apart from the one I made last week to go on the set that turned out horribly wrong, I've been making perfect snow boys. I did make an unperfect one yesterday just because I think their dialogue's just funnier.
Oh, you made one on purpose?
Yeah, I've put him down at the airport just as you came in, because I had all my perfect snow boys lined up in front of resident services. I'd made them just so that they would kind of have a wee gradient going down as they melted each day.
Oh yeah, they look great.
And the last one, to complete that little set there, he gave me a snow boy hat, snow person hat recipe, so that was quite cute. So
that's a cool recipe, I like it.
Yeah, I made that straight away. I think I had already snowflakes in my pocket anyway, and then made that. And I think I've actually edited my wand outfits as well. Although I'm saying I've not got recipes because I've not been playing much. I've just been doing things that I don't normally do. Like my wand recipe still had my Halloween costumes on it, so I've got a couple now, more Christmassy.
Great. Well, I was going to boast about how good I was at making perfect snow boys, but if you've made all perfect ones too, then it's not much of a boast.
I don't know, I know people are having trouble with it, but I know I played it in New Leaf as well, and I think it was the same. Although it's perfect, I don't think they look like it's not a snowman. I wouldn't say it was perfect if I was making it. I think the head's too big for my liking, but I know that's I know that's what the game thinks is perfect, so I just always go a wee bit bigger than what I think is not would be a normal size, so that always seems to work.
I would like to have some wonky ones, but I really want those recipes. Once I finish getting all the recipes, then I'll happily be making wonky ones every day.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about the dialogue. I forgot that they give me recipes. So yeah, that'll be my only wonky one for now. But the snow is here for another little while.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of snow, I used my wand to change my outfit the other day because I wanted a nice picture, and I had the snowman outfit, and it was just that big head was just ruining it. So I changed. The only costume that wasn't Halloween was my sleeping costume, like the little pyjamas. So I had no shoes on, and I ended up running about with no shoes on. And I prefer the sound without shoes. I know I was saying to you last week you should try it with shoes, but I think I prefer the sound with no shoes on running around in the snow and on the paths.
What can I say?
But I just can't do it. I can't not put shoes on. I think there's just so many options of socks and shoes. I need to wear them. So I think I'll just have a wee... I've still got that outfit on my own, so I'll just, every now and then, I might just whip that out and have a wee run around in my bare feet.
It's very liberating to be able to do it. If I thought there were cuter shoes in this game, I probably would wear shoes more often. There's not that many that I really like that we can buy.
Nah, it's not much that I like them. I think it's just I like to accessorise my outfits, so I always pick shoes to match. Not necessarily that I like the shoes myself, but I just like to have a wee full outfit on. I like your little jumper you've got, actually.
That's the checkered muffler, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. That's not the kind of thing I would wear in real life. How about you? Would you wear a little dress like that in real life?
Probably not. This is a little holly dress. I think I was looking for custom designs and I forgot all about it. I think I got it last month, actually. I'm not going to lie, because I've got another little sweater that I've yet to wear. So I just thought I'd stick that one because it's Christmassy. I was a pirate this morning because I got a new bandana off of Gulliver, so I always like to put that on and make an outfit, but I just thought that was a bit out of season.
I can honestly say that I have never worn a hat like this. I've never had a woolly hat, possibly when I was a baby, but never in my, to my knowledge, worn a woolly hat. I like it in the game, but I wouldn't like it in real life.
I've wore a kind of hat similar to that recently, just without the snowy, the snowflake patterns.
Similar to my one or your one?
Yeah, it's black and it's got a little pom-pom up the top because it's been quite cold, so yeah, I do wear that, but that's more out of necessity rather than I like it.
I did make a pom-pom this week, but not for my hat.
I've not made a pom-pom. I remember making them at school.
Still, it's nice to live a different fashion life through Animal Crossing, I think.
Oh, definitely. Like, I'm not in any way, I would never I'd like get dressed 3 times a day in Animal Crossing sometimes. It's not something I like in real life, so complete opposite.
It's pyjamas and dog walking clothes these days.
Definitely, yep. Leggings, big cozy jumpers, that's about it. I would like some of the sweaters that they do have in Animal Crossing though in real life. I do quite like them, especially the winter ones.
I've been thinking that too.
I wish I could knit.
There's some really fetching jumpers.
Yeah, I would love to knit. I would be recreating some of these jumpers. I'm going to need to look on Etsy and there might actually be somebody doing it.
Well, I think there's lots of patterns for the Animal Crossing stuff. It might be difficult to buy something ready knitted though.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much official merchandise of the recreations of the stuff that you can buy in the game.
I know, I think they're missing something there because I think they're quite popular. But then again, there is so much variations, it's like they couldn't, I think there's so much choice, they couldn't make everything, so it's like, what ones do we make and sell?
I've seen a few things, but not too much. I've been doing a bit of visiting this week and bumped into a few of my villagers in like already out visiting. So it's a nice thing to be able to do through the game when we can't do it so much in real life. I went to see Blair, and Blue Bear was already there. That was nice. And I went to see Coco, and Barold was visiting Coco. It's nice to see them out and about.
I like it when they're in they're at other villagers' houses.
It's cute thinking that they have their own kind of rich lives outside of how you're interacting with them.
Yeah, I was speaking to Henry the other day, and he had quite a... I think he was just telling me that he doesn't even, since moving to Lockroom, he doesn't even need to know what time is, because he just counts the butterflies, and he gets up with the sunrise, and he just sounded quite a nice life that he was having. And
That's
then
really great.
He gave me a gift, and I think he'd been watching the podcast, because I think I spoke about his gift last week that Tabby gave him, and it was his sleeved apron, these horrible sleeved aprons that they keep giving each other, and he gave me one.
Okay.
So
hopefully he gave you the one that he's been wearing, so he won't wear it anymore.
No, he had it on. He had his.
No.
It was a different colour, so. And he looked very pleased with himself. I think I tried it on, and he looked happy with himself. Either that, or he's just mocking me, probably mocking me. But yeah, I like Henry. I've not really spoke much about him, but he's just the cutest. He's always got these cute expressions whenever he's smiling. I just love his wee face.
Yeah, some of the frogs are really sweet.
I think he's my second frog. My only other frog was Raddle, and he's not as cute, but he was quite a cool villager. He's got he's black and yellow, so I'm assuming he's like a poison frog, and he had the little surgical mask on.
Oh yeah, another one.
And then a little doctor's coat. So yeah, he was quite different, but Henry is just cute.
I saw Biskit in Abel's, and he was talking about how if we wore the same thing, he would really like it. And I remember somebody talking about if you gift them what you're wearing, then they're really into that.
Yeah, I've done it to a couple of my villagers on their birthdays. Other villagers on Friends Islands who don't mind you giving them gifts, because I know some people just prefer them giving you fruit, but some people don't mind what you give them, so I've been giving them stuff that they wear, and they really do like that.
This would be a good time to try it when we're wearing nice warm winter jumpers, and also gifting a lot of them.
Definitely.
I accidentally gifted Biskit a pea coat this week, it was an oilskin coat actually. It was wrapped up in my pockets for some reason. It's normally fruit. And I gave it to him, and he was very happy. Fortunately, he looked very cute in it.
No, I think he was looking cute in the pea coats as well, and the oilskin.
Yeah. Oh, Poppy was lovely this week. She took a coffee cake to Tom and Isabel. I bumped into her in the plaza, and she was talking about what a lovely job resident services do for our island. And she said she was going to make them a coffee cake and take it into them.
Where's your coffee cake? I think you do a lot. We do a lot on our islands. I want some coffee cake.
Oh, I don't mind. I like to see them getting recognition. I do like a coffee cake though, it's true. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah, and I suppose Isabel did put all those tree lights on the trees. That's what she told us.
Yeah, she did. And I was up early that morning as well, so she must have been up very early to have got all those lights up.
Yeah, and the same with she says when the snow came and she wanted you to make some snow boys, and she was saying on our morning walk, like, I've not seen you walking, Isabel. What time? I want to see you out and about. I really wish that they could leave there and be out more. I suppose we've got New Year to look forward to. Hopefully they might make an appearance there.
I'm going to build Isabel and Tom and the Nucklings a house on my island one day.
Oh, that's such a good idea. And just each of them have their own room.
Yeah, I've already planned it.
That's amazing. Oh, I'd look forward to seeing that. That's really cute.
I haven't seen anybody do that yet, so...
No, I've not. That's a really good idea.
I think it would be a really nice idea if they all had their own space. Do you think the Nooklings should share a bedroom, or do you think they should have their own bedroom each?
Well, I would say just to give them a wee bit more privacy, but then the bunk beds are so cute, and I think there's not really a reason why you would have to use bunk beds unless you've got like a themed room, but I think that'd be quite a good reason to use the bunk beds in a room. How many rooms would you have? So you'd obviously get shared living rooms and things. Oh, kitchen, bathroom. Yeah, you've got enough for them to have a room each, but I think it'd be cute with them together.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Because they're always together. Like, they follow you around the shop together.
Yeah, maybe they need their privacy, but maybe they would be upset if they couldn't. So maybe they should both have their own room and each have bunk beds in it.
Yeah,
so they could have sleepovers if they wanted.
Yeah, that's an amazing idea.
Maybe it would be a nice Christmas present for them. I wonder if I could get my act together to get it done in time.
Oof. And lots of bells for that. Do you need to pay off your mortgages?
Oh yeah, I definitely don't have enough bells for that, actually. That's a good thought. I spent all of my bells making the library.
Oh yeah, because you have all the rooms in there. Yeah, because you've got 3 houses on your island that have maxed out.
I think I've got plans for about 7. But
you've got plans for 7? Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've still not logged on to. I don't know if you remember, shared the picture of the new resident on my island, because my son has made himself a character on Animal Crossing but never gave himself a house, so just people keep asking for this random name because he's not typed his name in, he's typed in Gobbledygook. It's like, I don't know.
It's just random letters.
Yeah, random letters. And everybody keeps asking, like, oh, so do you know? Are you close with? It starts with an N and then it's got like G's and F's in it. It's not even getting any more vowels, I don't think. And
so was he walking around with his house in his pocket?
Yeah, so he must have his tent, like
his tent
in his pocket.
Construction kit on him still.
Yeah, I keep meaning to go in and onto his account and like seeing. He said, because I asked him about it, and he said he's got like well, obviously you've seen the picture as well. He's got like a buck to like the one picture with the teeth hanging out, and he's funny.
Are you going to let him play on your precious island?
Right. So I've been playing Animal Crossing for quite a few years, even before I had children, but I've had nieces and nephews who played as well, and I would let them play on my island, but that was when there wasn't an autosave, so whatever they did on my island, they could run through flowers, they could chop down trees. I would just like reset, like I wouldn't save it, I'd just deal with Rossetti. But now with the autosave, whatever they do is getting constantly saved, so no, I'm a bad mum. I can't let them play unless supervised.
So he's not going to get his own house on the island then?
I think I will give him a house on the island, and that's like his, and I would maybe watch him play it, but no, I couldn't do it. It sounds horrible, but
no, not at all. I don't think I could give up control of my island to anybody.
And I know things are easily bought and things like that, but no, I wouldn't. I could like end up saying for Tabby to leave, and that would be like, like I can't get that back, if you know what I mean. I can grow trees back, I can grow flowers, I can buy items back, but I couldn't replace villagers. Yeah,
this isn't a kids game, come on. This is a serious game for adults.
Do you know what? My daughter's a bit older, and I wouldn't mind if she's a bit older, so she would be probably a bit more. Not that my younger son would be disrespectful, but he wouldn't realise the consequences of certain actions. But she's just not interested. So this is just my game. It's not. I know a lot of people play it with their families, but this is just my game.
It was Isabel's lucky day today, according to her horoscope. So I've planted 99,000 bells in a hole in the ground.
So is that a thing? When she says it's a lucky day?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh.
So me and a few friends have been experimenting. Last time she told me that, I planted 60,000 bells and I got 30,000 bells back from the money tree. But a couple of friends of mine planted the full amount, 99,000 bells, and it seems like they got 3 bags of 99,000 back from that tree.
Oh, I'm going to need to try that. I think I usually only put 10,000. I've done 99,000 if my pockets have been full.
Yeah, well, 10,000 is the maximum normally. But if Isabel announces that her horoscope she said she's having a lucky day, it seems like you can plant a full bag of bells, and then 4 days later it'll sprout.
Oh, I'll need to listen to Isabel more. I'm just usually looking for the announcements. If not an announcement, skip. Because her dialogue is a bit repetitive.
It is, yeah.
I don't dislike her, but it is a bit repetitive.
I think that there's more dialogue being brought in as the game goes on, though. I've definitely seen new villager dialogue this week. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but there's definitely been a few things I've noticed that I haven't seen before. It's Biskit's favourite thing to say still is the first time you see him, he's like, "This is the second time I've seen you today. The first time was in your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
I wandered in by accident." He says that all the time.
I've had a few of them say that to me.
I think it's funny because it's Biskit, so he's just cute. It's nice to see new dialogue coming up.
Is Biskit's lazy, isn't he? Personality.
Biskit's a lazy, yeah.
Yeah, I think Chester said that to me.
I think that's a lazy thing. I think another one said that to me before. It was Biskit's turn to tell me about all the food this week. The lazy boys love their food, and last week,
yeah.
Barold, remember I was telling you about Barold's
He's quite a list.
dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week, Biskit. It was a different conversation, but Biskit very excited about all the food. I got some flick sculptures commissioned this week for the first time in ages.
What did you get?
I've been saving up the citrus long-horned beetles for a few weeks, and I got flick 2 days ago. I got that model, and then CJ yesterday, and I caught some sea butterflies.
Yeah, I just actually flicks on my island this morning, and I had caught my last dung beetle last night, so I'm due my dung beetle model tomorrow.
Oh, you've managed to catch 3?
4, because I gave my first one to the...
4, yeah.
I've scared so many away though.
Yeah, I keep scaring them away. I find them really hard to catch.
Because I'm running around like looking for my snowballs, and I just get excited, and they're already away before I realise they're there.
I had a really strange conversation with Barold this week, and he said, "I think there's someone on the island who's not from this island." But there wasn't.
Wasn't a visitor, maybe?
No, there wasn't. The gates were closed, there was no visitor. He just said that how he had a really weird feeling. And, yeah, he was just feeling really worried.
Oh, that's...
Because he thought that there was someone... He said that he could smell a funny smell. Which is really weird, though. There wasn't anybody here.
Definitely not Wisp about.
It was in the evening, and maybe it could have been Wisp. Have you heard that before?
I've never had them have that conversation before. I remember they used to say about raids, when raids there, like they'll say that there's something shady going on or somebody's there, but I've never had them say that.
It definitely wasn't red. Could have been Wisp, I suppose.
I think you'll know when they talk about Raid, because I think they're just obviously know that he's not to be trusted. But yeah, that's quite weird.
That's true.
And just when he's saying that he's worried, it might be, I would say maybe Wisp, just because it's like a little ghost. So.
But would he be able to smell Wisp though?
Barold? Yes. Maybe
yeah.
Not somebody else. Maybe not some of the other villagers. He'll sniff out anything.
He's got a keen sense of smell. What do you think then? Is it time for me to let those two go, Barold and Graham? Graham got into a bit of a thing with Blair this week. She called him an insufferable snoot and said next time... I stuck up for him and she was like, well, next time, Luke, you could deal with him when he's being an insufferable snoot.
That's funny. I love that. She's a snooty, isn't she?
She's snooty, yeah.
Yeah, they're funny. Yeah, it's easier for me to say like, oh yeah, you can get rid of them, because I get rid of mine so often, but also I was like, no, just keep them, but that's so I can visit them, because I quite enjoy visiting they too. And they're so conveniently positioned behind like the shops as well, so I like shopping and I like visiting the boys. So, but I feel like if you've the Bass to move, it's time to let them go.
Yeah, it might be.
It's just going to get harder to keep when you keep a hold of them. Have you got anybody that you want to? I know you've also got some amiibos. Is there anybody you're wanting to bring in?
No one in particular. No one in a rush. I've got quite a long list of villagers I'd like to meet.
What about your campsite villagers? Are you going to bring any of those in? If you get any campsite visitors?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any campsite villagers since starting the game that I've wanted to come and stay. I don't think I've ever invited a single one, apart from whoever the first one was that came, that you have to invite.
Wow. I've only actually refused a few, and it's not that I've refused them. It's just the game's been so hard to beat.
For having to play that guessing game, yeah.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I don't know if it's got easier since an update, but the games have been easier. It's just now it's just them getting them to choose the person that I want them to leave. I want to leave. Because I was ready to give up yesterday on Rocket because she kept choosing like people I don't want to leave, but then I have got such a limited. I've only got a few people. Yeah, I've only got a few people that they can actually choose. I think it was 3, and that was one of them was including Tabby, and then I refused that, so really only 2. I think it was Sprocket and Bertha, so they did pick Bertha eventually.
I think maybe I don't want to have any more changes before Christmas.
Yeah, keep the boys for Christmas, I think. Yeah, because it'd be nice to you have more. Obviously if we're giving gifts, and it'd just be a bit nicer spending Christmas with people that the villagers, your friends that you've got to know.
Yeah, I think so. So have you got any plans for the coming week?
Hopefully get some more recipes, but hopefully we'll get a crafting party sorted so I can get at least some of the decorations up.
Yeah, let's do that this weekend. That'll be fun.
And I'm just looking at the tree at the back there. Somebody had posted about the trees, like, they've got decorations on them. Well, I remember, I think I said about my money trees in my little residence square.
Yeah.
And I shook them by accident and replaced them with pine trees. Well, when the lights came out, 3 of them have lights and 1 of them doesn't, and it's just annoying me so much. So I've been digging up. Well, I've not done them all yet, because I think somebody had posted a guide about changing the lights on the trees. So I've been digging up the trees in my little campsite area, because I think they just look out of place. The lights in the campsite area just look out of place, and I really like the campsite area the way it is, and I just like to keep that way. I rarely decorate it for seasonal. I think I put 1 Halloween item there. So I've been digging them up, and when you plant them, the lights disappear, and then apparently the next day, I don't know if it's the next day or the next time you load up the game, the lights would have moved to a different tree. So I've been going to continue trying that to see if they'll put the light on that missing tree. I don't know if that's the way it works, and I've misinterpreted the guide, but I'm trying that anyway. So that's my plan, to get lights on one of my trees. But yeah, I've just decorating for Christmas, and I need to think of what gifts I'm going to give each villager. That'll be fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing Rocket's house, although I won't get to see it till Sunday now.
So we record this on a Friday morning usually, but next Friday it's going to be real life Christmas Day.
Yes, and unfortunately we will not be recording.
We won't record next Friday. So what do we think? Are we going to skip an episode for Christmas?
Yes, possibly have a wee special.
Animal Crossing Christmas will be on the 24th, obviously.
It'll be nice. Hopefully I'll be prepared for Christmas by Christmas Eve, and I can just sit down with my bottle of Prosecco, and I've just clapped, so you're not going to be putting that in.
You just clapped in real life?
Yeah.
What, have you clapped yourself for the Prosecco?
Yep. That's me excited.
That's okay. I'll leave that in.
Have. Yep. I can have a wee playtime on Christmas Eve. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do it the day before, just like we did with Halloween.
Yeah, I think it's really nice that they do Christmas or Toy Day the day before real Christmas Day.
Yeah, I think they obviously know that people need to, or they would like to spend real Christmas with the real people.
Yeah. Although being able to escape into Animal Crossing Christmas sounds pretty good.
Definitely, obviously this Christmas for a lot of people will be very different to normal, so I'm quite grateful for having like a game like this. Although I've always got my family, but it's nice for other people as well that might not get to see their family on Christmas and they've got some sort of wee escape or alternative Christmas and they can play an Animal Crossing.
There's going to be loads of people getting Animal Crossing this Christmas. A new Switch, a new game.
Yeah, I think even the people that do have Animal Crossing, I think maybe a second console, if even if it's just the Lite or they're getting the Switch console, so probably a lot of new second islands popping up as well.
Well, I hope we get to meet lots of new friends from people getting into the game at Christmas. It'd be nice.
Yeah, because we've got a lot of, obviously we've been playing this since release, so we do have a lot of, we'll be missing a lot of recipes that we'll be getting dupes of. I love when you get new people, especially when something gets a new island, and get rid of all my recipes because I hate selling them to Tom Nook, so that'd be nice to share our wisdom, actually.
Absolutely. I don't know why my villagers are still making things like log benches, and they've got an ironwood bed recipe in my pocket.
Like ironwood, remember? Like I remember starting that game and that's what all everybody wanted. It was like ironwood. It was.
Oh, it was the one that you needed to make something else, wasn't it? So
yeah,
the
the ironwood the ironwood dresser and the cutting board.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just remember like somebody would have the cutting board, somebody would have the dresser, and we'd like meet up and swap and just to make this. I think it was the ironwood cupboard or the kitchenette. That's what it was, the kitchenette. And I don't think I've got one piece of ironwood in my house.
No, I don't.
Like I did at the start. I think I had an ironwood kitchen.
It's not actually. I always carry around an ironwood DIY table in my pockets.
Oh no, I do have the ironwood. Wait! You carry it?
Yeah.
Why?
So that I can craft wherever I want. If I want to do crafting, just pop it down. I always carry an ironwood DIY table and a rubbish bin in my pockets, so that if ever I need to do any,
that's genius.
It's just part of my tools.
That's funny. That is hilarious. See, I've got all my tools, but my tools take up like 10 spaces. Even though I don't need like a vaulting pole on my island, there's no space that I would never ever need a vaulting pole. But I still carry one around.
I don't often carry a watering can, and sometimes I'll carry two axes, one that doesn't cut the trees down and one that does.
Yeah, flimsy. Yeah, no. Yeah.
But times like now, I'll carry two slingshots. So if you're chasing a balloon and your slingshot breaks mid-chase, you've got another one in your pocket.
I usually place them around the island. So I'll buy a whole load at Nook's and I'll place them around the island just so that I've got them there.
Oh, no, I can't do that. Too untidy.
Oh no, I think the slingshots though they're quite small. You don't even notice them some places. And then I've got a crafting bench down and an ironwood crafting table down on my beach. Although I think I might need to carry one. I think that's hilarious, but I think I might need to steal that idea.
Yeah, someone told me that like the first week or two that we were playing. I was like, that is a brilliant idea. So I've always carried one around ever since.
I've got like not ironwood benches, but I've got benches, work benches around my island anyway.
So you mentioned that you hid them behind buildings.
Yeah, so I had one even though it's quite near resident services, I've usually got them behind nooks or ables because you can't see them, but I know they're there and they're easy, like
That's a really good
accessible.
idea.
So, because sometimes they look out of place, like the one on my beach looks out of place, but right now I don't really care because it's there for, I've got the mats out there for building a net or building a slingshot, because if I don't have any spare, like you said, like when it does break, if you go into a building, if you go into Nooks to buy one, or even going into your house to get mats to make one, the balloon's gone by the time you get back out, so it'll disappear. So I like to have them there. But I've got like a wooded one, like a, is it the basic one? That's not a basic one. Don't know. The first one that you make that looks like a log, like a tree trunk. That's in the campsite because that just fits in with that look. And then I've got one in my workshop, which fits in again. No, the one in the pocket, that's... I'm going to need to think. I might just need to get rid of my vaulting pole and replace it with a workbench. That's... I don't know why I find that so funny, but it's also genius.
Well, don't curse me when you go to a Nook Miles Island and don't have a vaulting pole because you forgot it.
Oh yeah, well, I rarely go to Nook Miles Islands anyway.
I wouldn't leave it out. Just let it go on the second line. It's fine.
Oh, see, I've got my first line, well, it's actually my bottom line. It's full of my tools, and then the second one up has got my wetsuit and wrapping paper and the customization kits.
So your tools are on the bottom. I always have my tools along the top, and then I have my pre-wrapped villager presents on the bottom row.
No, I used to do that, but then I don't know who it was. I think it was Sally. I think I was watching her stream and she had hers on the bottom, and I was like, why did you do that? But then I just find that much easier, because once they break, or when you buy something, it usually takes up this top line, and then I have to spend a lot of time rearranging. And the same with giving presents, I'll have them up in the top line, because then they give me something usually rubbish, I'll just sell it straight away and they're all up in the top line. I just find it easier now using that one.
Do you remember in New Leaf when you had to open your pockets and stack the fruit manually?
Do you know what? I was just thinking about that. Because I remember, like, I always say this to people, like, when they're moaning about the pocket space in like, New Horizons. I was like, oh my god, New Leaf had to stack things. And you only had, was it 10 little things? Because I used to have to stack things.
I think it was 15,
tools.
maybe.
Oh, was it 15? I used to have to stack tools in my mailbox. No, not the mailbox, but you had your little mail, like in your pockets. You don't have, it's not in the mailbox like in New Horizons. You had mail. I used to stack, maybe not essential tools, but like my wetsuit, I would stick in there and things like that.
Every time I go back and play New Leaf, I just stacking the fruit. I can't collect all the fruit because you have to go in every one you pick up and drag them and drop them into little groups of 9, and then
like when New Leaf came out, I get back into New Leaf before New Horizons came out, and I think I'd said that I was like, no, I'm going to keep playing New Leaf, like, but no, I will go on occasionally, especially if there's other people in the Discord playing. I don't know what we're talking about.
We were yapping about how we organise the stuff in our pockets, and I think that's probably the highlight of this week's episode.
We've actually talked quite a bit today. I had nowhere in my notes talking about my pockets, but that's what we're speaking about.
I want to see some screenshots of your pocket management, please, Sandi.
Yeah, I will screenshot.
I think it's very important.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need to think about what I'm giving up. You just put me off the vaulting pole, because sometimes I'm going to some islands, and especially if you don't know your way about, I'll use the vaulting pole.
You've got to have it, because it's the kind of thing that you never think to pick up. Like, quite often if I go and visit someone's island, I'll pop back to my house, pick up a stack of pears or a stack of stars or something, just as a little gift. But I never think, I'll just make sure I've got my vaulting pole.
Yeah.
But when you need it.
And it's not something you can sell either. So if you buy an extra one, like, you need to just bin it.
I think I do have an extra one in my storage.
Because I always wondered, like, why can you not sell your, like, ladder and your vaulting pole? But I think it's obviously so you don't get yourself in a position where you can't get off a part of the island. Because if your nook was on a secluded part with a river around it, or up in a cliff without a ramp, and you went and sold them, you wouldn't be able to get back out down to there.
Well, there is the thing in your phone called emergency services.
Oh yeah, the it's emergency resident.
But I don't know what that is. I've never pressed it. Well, I've pressed it by accident, and it says, "Are you sure you want to call emergency rescue?" I'm like, no. But I don't know what that does.
So this is a good tip I got from somebody in the Discord. I think it was Sally again. Somebody in the Discord. And they used it for, so see when they were out diving, especially when you needed apparels or you needed, like, the scallop, whatever. And your pockets would get full, and then you had to swim back to shore to sell them.
Yeah.
Well, they used the emergency services to call someone who sounds a lot like Rossetti from the previous games,
right,
and got them transported to the shop, so they didn't have to swim, and then they just go in and sell their stuff.
Wow.
Which I thought was genius, especially if you don't use your Nook mile, because it costs, I can't remember, I don't know if it's 100 or 600, I can't remember how many Nook miles points it uses, but I don't use mine, so I just thought that was genius. So that's what I do. That's the only time I've used it, is when I've been out in the sea diving.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. Somebody had said they did that, I was like, that's amazing, I'm going to use that.
It's a picture of a helicopter, isn't it?
Yeah, so...
Do you get flown... Does a helicopter fly in to pick you up?
I'm assuming so, but you don't get to see that.
You don't see it? Oh, okay.
Nah. That would be cool.
I don't use my Nook miles very much, but I did notice that I'd just recently gone over 400,000 Nook miles in the bank.
Wow. I don't think I've got that many yet. Oh, I'm nearly there. Sorry, I'm just having a wee look now, just when you said that. I'm at 395.
I've also got a few tickets in my storage, so I think maybe we need to do a Nook Miles giveaway on our Discord. We should do a photo competition for winter, shouldn't we? Give away some Nook Miles tickets.
Yes, I have some gold I can donate for the cause. I have lots of gold. I don't know if you noticed, I gave away 2 stacks already.
How do you have so much? I think I've only got one nugget in my storage.
No, I won another giveaway. So I won 8 stacks of gold.
Wow.
Because I didn't have much gold myself, but I have no need for 8 stacks. So I was like, what will I do with this? So a few giveaways, so I don't mind donating some for that.
Well, it's been lovely having you over as always, Sandi, and great to have a little catch up about all the goings on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm going to miss next week, but it is Christmas, so I just want to wish all people that have watched the podcast so far a very happy holiday, and we'll see you in the new year.
Yeah, I look forward to catching up again, and hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Bye.
Bye.